Updraft producer gas plant newly designed extended shaft biomass or coal gasifier convert any solid fuels like charcoal, steam coal, lignite, briquette into combustible gaseous form, called producer gas. Raw solid fuel passes through sizing and screening unit to get solid fuel having size between 10 to 75 mm, which can further be fed to wrench bucket driven by a geared motor. This wrench bucket feeds fuel to the top open hopper. Periodically fuel is transferred to closed airtight hopper. From this closed airtight hopper fuel is fed to the gasifier on semi-continuous basis by geared motor-driven special mechanism. Gasifier is provided with specifically designed cup cone assembly to avoid gas leakage during transfer of fuel from top open hopper to closed hopper. Our gasifier is provided with specifically designed grate which rotates periodically by specially developed double hydraulic jack arrangement and ashes discharge automatically. Self-generated steam is mixed with air blown by the main blower and uniformly distribute in the gasifier by a specially designed grate. Air and steam ratio is varying depending on fuel used for gasification to achieve optimum efficiency. Gasifier is thermochemical reactor having 5 virtual zones. Ash bed zone of particular height is maintain and monitor to protect grate from heat of combustion zone and uniformly distributing air and steam mixture. Combustion zone is above ash zone. In this zone carbon of fuel react with oxygen of air to produce carbon dioxide and heat. The temperature in this zone is in the range of 1000 degrees Celsius to 1200 degrees Celsius because of exothermic reactions. Zone above combustion zone is called reduction zone. In this zone carbon dioxide and water vapor in the form steam which mixed in air reacts with fixed carbon present in fuel and produces carbon monoxide and hydrogen which are main combustible constitute of our producer gas. This reaction is endothermic in nature and temperature is still over 600 degrees Celsius. In pyrolysis zone which is above reduction zone volatile matter present in fuel get liberates due to heating of the fuel by upcoming high temperature gases. Normal zone temperature is in the range of 400 to 600 degrees Celsius. In drying zone moisture gets liberated from fuel by heating of upcoming gases. The zone temperature is maintained is in the range of 300 to 500 degrees Celsius. Hot coal gas with temperature around 300 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius coming out from the top of gasifier reactor and enter into first indirect gas cooler through continuously running non-clogging gas outlet ribbon assembly. When gas passes through the first stage indirect cooler there is a condensation of available moisture in gas takes place and collect into bottom tank in the form of wastewater which contain little phenolic compound. Temperature of gas came down around 50 degrees Celsius. Cold water continuously circulating inside pipe tube bundle and hot gas passes through touching surface of cold water pipe tube bundles and indirectly heat transfer form hot gas to cooling tower water. There is no direct contact of cooling tower water with coal gas. After first stage of indirect cooling gas enters into ultra-modern gas cleaning system with especially gas is cleaned by passing the electrostatic precipitator where gas passes through magnetic field generated due to cathode and anode arranged in the system. Volatile particles gets fully captured during the movement of electrons form negative to positive field and collected into discharge tube. Accumulate particles gets discharge in form of thick black liquid known as tar. Clean gas discharge from ESP and enter into second stage of indirect cooler and gas cool down up to ambient temperature and available minor percent of moisture gets condensed and collected into bottom tank in the form of wastewater. Practically clean and cool gas passes through ID fan and toward process. Whole system is controlled by automatic control panel through PLC and SCADA. To save environment, wastewater feed in wastewater evaporator and contaminated steam feed into gasifier reaction where steam is required to reduce combustion zone temperature and to increase its hydrogen percent into gas composition. Tar is valuable byproduct which having good calorific value more than 7,000 kilocalorie per kilogram which can dispose through sale of tar to cement or sodium silicate industries as a fuel.